Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
And
What's going on?
Paranormal, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. T-Mac, how you doing tonight?
Very blessed.
I love to hear that. And people out in the community, people watching, I hope everyone's having a great night. It's almost Friday, y'all. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost Friday. With that said, Delroy, hello. Nancy, hello. Gypsy, hello. Billy, hello. Heather, hello. Eric, hello. Man, storms in Ohio. What about that? What is this? Our 65th tornado? Something around there?
Hey, Victoria.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
It's been rough. Get a lot of rain.
Hello, Victoria. Hello, Lori. Hello. Victoria, I got to get a hold of you
Hey, Mikey,
tonight. LIB,
Hey,
hello.
LIB.
Yeah, man. Storms. What is going on in Ohio? Billy Goodens, hello. We're all safe, though. So that's the good thing. Yeah. Steven's video experience, hello. Yeah, man. What do you think about that camping video? Still finding stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. There were a lot of interesting things. A lot of
Ramona,
interesting
hello.
things. I think
David.
on video, even some things on video I captured from my static camera. Weird orb.
Yeah. I'm still, before I put a wrap on this, I'm going through it and I still have a question. Did you see that white thing on thermal with the tail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time I go online and research it, I'm looking for something, looking for anybody to say anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
All I keep coming up with in it, it's a, people are saying it's a killer it, it's a wolf it, it's a, some kind of cat it.
Must be what my device is always talking about.
Yeah.
It.
Now they say it's coming out of West Virginia into Ohio, but I guess they see it down in West Virginia all the time on their cameras. Now that picture that I put on the Facebook group, I'm not saying that is it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the creature. I'm just saying that's what I keep on finding online, when you go to research it. So I did reach out to everybody. I don't know if you've seen in the group, asked if anybody's ever seen anything like that, or, ask your friends, or if you know anybody out in YouTube world that has brung that up before, please put them in contact with me, because I would love to know, because that wasn't the only time that I seen it that night. Remember I said before I was seeing it, periodically through the woods.
Yeah.
I think in the daytime even.
Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah. Yep. Heather, hello. Kathy, hello. Sally Joe, hello. God bless Sally Joe has COVID. Everybody, please say a prayer for her. Please.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah. Hope you feel better, Sally Joe.
Yeah.
So something that perplexed me too was, you found the hair on the glow stick.
Pat, hello.
And then you found the patch of it like 7 feet plus up on the tree. That big patch of hair. That was like, and like, what in the world? That one's got me.
Yeah, and it was like it was in a line. Right, it looked like something very easily could have brushed against that on its way over to where the glow stick was hanging on the bag.
Yeah. Pat, hello. Dean, hello. Bo, hello. Ohio Northeast. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was my camera keeps freezing. We got storms, but I got a repeater coming in tomorrow. Because I am on the computers on Wi-Fi, so I got a repeater coming in that will boost the signal coming up to the second story. So that should be fixed. Oh, But it seems like every time it starts to rain here, either my internet cuts out, the Wi-Fi cuts out, or whatever.
Yeah, I was hoping to maybe go back over to in the Cleveland metro parks. I think it's what part of it? It's the North Chagrin area, and I found out that the whole area, that whole North Chagrin reservation, is closed because of outages and trees down. Yeah.
Yeah, they said Cleveland had a tornado.
Yeah, couple of them.
And they had 79-mile-per-hour winds recorded in downtown Cleveland. So.
Yeah. Dean asks, what does a repeater do? It's a Wi-Fi repeater, so it will boost the signal farther. It will make it stronger for me. So the internet's downstairs, the Wi-Fi box is downstairs. It has to travel up. Well, when it gets to that box basically will take that signal and reboost it out. That's what that does.
What you should have said, Jack, you should have said, Dean said, what does a repeater do? Dean said, what does a repeater do?
That's a 6-shot.
I thought that's where you're going with that.
Hi, Maddie.
No, it's not. Well, it could be portable if I put a power source to it. So, yeah. But Victoria, I got to get a hold of you. Madison, hello. Yeah, please get well soon. Sally Joe Schaefer family. COVID ain't nothing to mess with, so I'll definitely send prayers up for y'all.
Yeah.
So good news is we might have some mediums to come out with us to a few areas.
It's interesting.
Yeah, really renowned medium.
Renowned, huh?
Yeah. Has her own business, and Sally Joe actually hooked me up with this person, and I think that doing that, we could get a better idea what's going on at Claim 3. All the claims, basically, all the new claims too. I'm kind of pushing. I did do a video yesterday at a claim. I'm kind of pushing back for some of the leaves to fall off the trees because it's really thick at some of these claims. Not so much 3, but we know how much easier it is when there's less greenery. You could see farther, but I like the first place to get her the medium in is at Claim 3.
Yep. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've been working on Claim 3 for going on almost 2 years. Yeah, we have a lot of good answers for them and a lot of good evidence. But at some point, I'd love to get them something more than what we're giving them.
That's the one I want you to take me to. Say I'm excited about you taking me there.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you, Sally, for that. I hope that we can make it happen in the future with the medium. I think, like you said, I think this will give us more, and if she's able to tap into even, the cryptid side of things, that would be, wow. I don't think it's ever been done. So we might be shunned upon, but, I'm not worried about what people on the outside of this channel think,
Yeah, maybe show some insight on what that Jelly Man is too.
Yeah.
What's there? Because who knows? I mean, some of the strange sounds he hears, we heard maybe it's some kind of like residual spirit activity as well,
Yeah.
Could be a lot of things going on there.
Yep. Yeah, and that's stuff that I won't, when we take her to Claim 3, I won't tell her what's going on. When I take her to any of the claims, I won't tell her what's happened, what's going on. I'll just let her loose.
Interesting.
Hey, Lisa, what's up?
Lisa, hello. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Yeah.
That's
think
what
that would be nice.
I want to try to get you guys to come up here and go where I've had the rock thrower.
Yeah.
I seriously think it's happened to me and MT. It's happened to me and Trapper. When we were starting out, it happened a lot, even with MT, all three of us together. It happened. It will slow down. I think it's just you're new, they're going to test you out kind of thing and see what happens. But you'll be sad when it ends. You'll be like, oh, man.
You'll be like, oh, why is T-Mac getting the rocks thrown at him?
Yeah, so you guys are like, but it's funny because, like, I mean, literally all these different spots all over Northeast Ohio, I'm having it happen. So,
Gypsy,
I don't know when they say Bigfoot community, maybe that we're taking that the wrong way. Maybe it's them having the community, and they're like, okay, we know MT and Jack, we don't know T-Mac.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point where me and Trapper were getting bombarded. It was like, okay.
That's what I had happen to me that one night. Literally, it was like 30 plus rock throws.
Yeah. Diesel, hello. Diesel says, let's see, definitely testing what you will do. How scared you get. Yeah, I believe that. Yep. No rocks.
No.
So if I miss a couple that pop up on a screen, we could all see these. So we could see what everyone's saying.
Well, Madison, when you come here, I'll take you down to where the rocks are thrown.
Yeah.
Hey, Sally Joe.
Yeah, they're trying to see what you will do if you'll run. Never do that.
Yeah. Well, my knees prohibit that.
Oh yeah, Dean. I don't think that, there's a law that I'm really thinking they have to follow. I think that's a law.
I agree.
And I think if they do something bad, they disappear. I don't think they're allowed to touch us. I think they can interact with us, just like ghosts, just like the aliens. But I don't think they are allowed to touch us. What that law is, I don't know.
From the encounters so far, it always seems like the rock throwing is more some kind of communication, not like an attempt to hit us. It just is some form of trying to say something. We're not sure what it.
They definitely weren't as many as were thrown at me, and if they would have wanted to hit me, they could have hit me.
Yeah.
They landed them right at my feet, or right over a foot over top of my head. But as many as were thrown at me, I mean, the law of averages means you'd have hit me at least once, and I haven't been hit, which means they didn't want to.
Right. Yeah. Now we've encountered bad ones, man. We've encountered some really bad things in the forest. Like, hate to keep on bringing this up, like when me and Trapper dropped to the ground, man. I don't know if you see that footage, but I mean, it's old footage. But we were fairly, our feet were getting wet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't know nothing about the bad things that could happen. We were just going out. Hey, this is cool. We're getting some evidence, and then all hell broke loose. And we got back to the cars like, what the F just happened?
Lori asked when you released that. When did you drop your camping video? Was it yesterday or the day before?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't think I know. I've got mine uploaded. It'll be out probably in a week or so, but mine's not.
Mine will
out
be
yet.
out this. Yeah. I'll have it out tomorrow. My part of it.
Yeah, it's the header's GrassMan, so you'll see it. There's a tent and a Bigfoot there on the video cover. Yeah.
I think I'll look at whatever your title is. I think I'll grab that title as part of mine, so that people can associate it.
Yeah.
I mean, it ties in real well with your video.
Yeah. And it's like, all three of them. I mean, we have all had different interactions. Like I went out during the day, you guys showed up, and then you all broke off and went out. I went out. My main goal was to basically just go out, bait the area, walk around the area, and then stay at camp to see what happened. What happens. That was my goal. I kind of wanted them to get to feel like, hey, these guys are sitting down, they're eating, they're drinking. Are they staying here? How dare they? Kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought it was interesting, my flashlight being on, that I left on the table, my spotlight. This bad boy, when you come back and that thing was on, well, there's literally no way for that to turn on by itself.
Yeah, and I forgot to ask you that night about that, because things were happening, on and off camera, that those, I don't know if you heard those EVPs. I don't know if it came from your box or MT, or they were officially EVPs, but something said my name twice.
Jeez.
I captured some when I just uploaded it and went through it over the past couple of days, and
Danny,
I captured
hello.
sound like
Connie,
like
hello.
some kind of a voice. A couple times, I did capture some while we were there. So there was definitely a lot of something going on, a lot of energy around where we were at.
And I don't know if y'all thought the ending was cheesy, but I wanted to get a little bit personal throughout this camping experience with you all, like talking in the tent, kind of flipping the camera back around. I was nervous, man. I was nervous at first because, I didn't bring it up, but I saw some things during the day while I was out. And, I just didn't want to give off that vibe. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? But I was nervous when
You didn't want to go Blair Witch in the tent?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, touch his head. What was that? MT, did you hear that? Even when the camera did, go out, the memory was full, but throughout that, it was 2:30 in the morning. So within those 2 hours before daylight, I mean, I heard a tree crashing that woke me up. I don't know what was happening on your side. I thought I heard like gibberish coming from your side. I didn't know if you were, talking in your sleep, but I didn't want to wake you up if, it was just weird. It was sleepless night, I guess you could say. Didn't get very much sleep.
That was why I said I'm not going to stay out there. I'm going to drive home.
Yeah, when I finally fell asleep, I was out. I didn't get interrupted until I woke up in the morning. I was sound asleep, but I can't even remember what time we fell asleep. I don't know. It was sometime around 3 or 4ish.
Yeah. And it was like, I can't say that I probably fell into a deep sleep for 15, 20 minutes, but there's something something about not being home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, me and MT know we've had to sleep in the desert for months on end.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't sleep right.
Yeah.
But what somebody asked, JC asked if I was a near-death experience.
Thank you, Ramona.
I've been shot at many times. I guess you would say I've had some near misses, but I guess
hey, how you doing?
Near death, I guess I would say no. I haven't had to be brought back.
Yeah.
So thankfully, but I am definitely, I say I'm devout Christian, deep in my faith. So, um, I know I definitely have a spiritual connection, with my Lord. So, and
Oh,
so I
absolutely.
think that's what, I think that is a driving motivation factor in everything that happens in my life.
Yeah, I got another area picked out. Also,
Right.
I mean, one of these times, I know you say that you're back and your stuff like that, but you got to stay out there, T-Mac. You got to just suck it up and.
Hey, Sandra.
Oh, absolutely.
PC. Sandra, hello.
And that's what I was saying. Before we started, I was saying thank you to these guys because I was doing hiking and videos, but I was doing everything in the daytime. These guys got me to go out at night, and that has made such a big difference in everything.
Yeah.
It definitely is. It seems to be a common thing, a common factor. Nighttime, there definitely is different kinds of energy and interaction.
Yeah.
It's different.
But there is still daytime action.
Oh,
Don't think that you ain't gonna find it in the day, because you definitely will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, I just love the beauty of the woods that you see at daytime, and there's different sets of animals out. So I do like the daytime too out there. But
yeah, and I did post a picture of the different kind of animals we have in here in Ohio, so y'all get an idea of what's out there. I did post that in a group to help,
We'll have to see how many different ones we can get on film. Make like a collage of all the different Ohio animals we captured on video while we were out. That'd be something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh gosh, that's what I said. I've run into almost all of them. And it's funny. I know one of my haters said, you'll never find anything with as loud as you are and shining that bright flashlight. And I'm like, well, you haven't watched any of my videos, have you? So,
yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, but
we have walked right up on deer, that were 10 feet away from us.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was going to say, how many times?
Deer, our last one, when Claim 2 that we just did, I walked up, I was feet away from a red fox.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing. I've gotten bobcat on video. I've gotten coyote. I had a black bear run away from me before I could get the camera turned on, but it's like ran into him.
Oh yeah, PC.
So I ran into those Fisher cats too.
Wasn't that at Beaver Creek, cameraman, that a bear showed up? I'm trying to remember. Or was that something that we thought was a bear but wasn't?
No, I believe it was Beaver Creek.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember.
Is that the one when you strapped all the meat to Trapper's back?
No.
I know you guys are the bear.
No. That was a different time.
Okay.
Yeah, we also seen a bear there. He's using.
I still can't
using Trapper for a walking meat sack.
I still can't believe you did that. I mean, laugh about that every time you tell me that.
Oh, I love Trapper. Trapper will be back. This is a busy time of year for him for work, the trapping business and working and things going on in the world. He's had his hands full, but he'll be back. Same as last year. He was gone for a little bit.
I have to say, I do so far from my trials with that. I bought that facial recognition 360 tripod.
Yeah, that was neat.
And from my first use with it, I have to say it's pretty pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little small laser, like a green laser pointer. I'm going to attach that to it. So if I want to watch, because I found myself doing that, like I'd set it up to watch a certain area because I'm always curious. I was curious to see if it could actually pick up something using the what is it? It uses, I think, infrared. So I was curious if it can pick up something that we can't see and if it'll move and follow it. but it's hard to see the little movements if you're watching it. So I think I'm going to put a little laser on it just so I can have a focal point where you can see where it's pointed. That way, if you're watching it from that point of view, you'll actually be able to tell when it moves because you can see the laser move. So I think I might try something like that with it, but it was really interesting, cool device that I'm going to be using a lot more of.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Diesel commented here, said, ever hear laughs or screams? Well, I had something scream at me really loud. That's the one I sent to you guys and had you guys come up here to check it out.
Yeah. Screams. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
So,
Nancy, I'll shoot you over my email. You're not on Facebook, right? Just let me know in the comments, but I'll shoot you over my email.
Captured some wicked laughs though, but I don't think I've caught laughs with my ears. The laughs I captured seemed to be EVPs. And over at the signal tree when we were there, man, I captured a really wicked sounding laugh as an EVP. It was really creepy, devious sounding.
Did you hear that? I tried to up the EVP. I think it was a laughter on the camping video. I tried to take the snippet and then up the EVP louder as I could, louder than, just the video. But I think it was laughing at you, T-Mac.
Oh, jeez. Probably.
Like, ha, ha, or something. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, gosh, I got to hear that now.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, I watched it, but I watched your one you had, but I didn't hear the laughing. But
I say I don't know. I pick up an EVP. I tried to mark the ones that I could hear, but I missed a bunch of them because they pointed out, your name was said twice in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's strange. But now I missed so much. Now I got a program that will just boost all that audio, the EVPs, and will take out all the other stuff. I can lower the other ones way down and the EVPs way up. So the EVPs will be the only thing, being heard. And then I can take it over. I found an AI program online that I could take it over and it will come up, hear what it's being said, try to translate it in every single language, and clean it up. So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, check it out. That was strange. And there was a couple of them like that. I don't know if it was something out in the forest because I heard something like moaning, and I upped that EVP, and then I circled the black thing standing in a tree line. And then you could see it move away. I mean, on the video, you could just see it move away. But I don't know if it was that. I was hearing something in the forest because I didn't react to it, but I was walking and talking, or it was an EVP.
Well, I caught something when that was that same night. Me and MT were walking up there, and I got something that when I put the headphones on, it almost sounds like a lion roared at us, but we didn't hear it. And then there's some other things right after it. So
yeah,
yeah. And that area where we were at has been infamous with EVPs for me. The times I've been there, I've captured so many EVPs on my audio recorder there.
Yeah,
I captured something growling when I was at that same cemetery before. Pretty wicked sounding growl.
Yeah, which makes me think, now this is just me thinking, it's nothing wrote in stone or anything that I found. I think that we're always getting EVPs, but I think they're using the environment. When I say environment, the RF signal, when they catch the correct wave, I think it's helping them come through cleaner with whatever they're saying.
I was going to say that I've noticed something about that too, and I've always thought about that because there's times when I capture EVPs, and a lot of the times they tend to blend into noise.
Thanks, PC.
You know, they kind of tend to blend into some noise that I hear at the same time. Like I had thoughts just like that. Like if there's something to vibration from different things that are going on, water flowing, people talking. The people talking one, surprisingly, I've captured, I think, a decent amount of EVPs where you can hear a voice come in trailing off of somebody else talking. You know, so it might be some kind of a phenomenon that is like that, like you're talking about. I think it's the same kind of thing, and I've noticed that a lot of times.
Yeah, it's just strange. They have to be using that kind of frequency because we have taken our meters out and watched that frequency bounce. You know, so I wonder if it's, they catch that right frequency. You know, they can, like I said, come through cleaner. I'd like to watch, I don't know how we do that, but, it's got to be a frequency thing and not an energy thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be on a subatomic level that might not be measurable too. So it could be something on such a minute level that you might need some kind of serious creation of something that can measure something like that. But it definitely has always been a strange phenomena that some of those things I've thought about affected.
Thank you, Ramona.
Trailing off, it somehow seems to blend in with vibration that's going on. Something about it where it finds its way, an EVP finds its way to come through, trailing off of or with other noises or sounds.
Yeah. I have no opinions on it.
I've had it happen in a couple of my videos. People have heard them. I don't know what they are. I don't understand it. So I know it's a thing. So, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's just a strange phenomenon where voices that aren't heard come through on like a recording device.
Thank you, Sally.
That's
Purple
what
Moon.
that's
Hello.
what the EVP is basically. What it electronic voice phenomenon is that phenomenon of voices coming through that you didn't hear. Somehow they're not heard at the time when they come through on the recording. Like when you play back a recording and then you hear something, but at the time you didn't hear it when you were actually doing the recording, but it comes out, comes through afterwards. Somehow you could say it's like imprinted on the recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely strange. And
Mary,
when
hello.
it happens, it's pretty interesting when it happens.
Yeah.
How do you give on your channel?
Victoria, thank you.
Well, Krista, I think there's some links there. Should be some links on the homepage for me. I should have some there.
Blue Line, hello. He says, I heard I'm not going. Yeah.
Well, yeah, someone said I seemed a little apprehensive that night with MT. Well, when we stopped, everything on every joint on my body started to lock up and hurt. I also was getting, the air quality was not that good, and I have asthma, and I was starting to have some breathing problems. Just was not trying to mention anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where we went, man, It's a decent hike to get there.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah,
was.
it is. It's a decent hike to get there. So I'm not, I
Uphill
know
both
it'll
ways.
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandra, you noticed that. Corky, you asked about it. The one that I use is called the Transcend Theory app. And on my channel page, every video, I have a link where Stephen Huff explains how it works because he's the one who designed that app. And it's one of only two that I trust to use that I know are that give you real evidence and not random messages that some can give you. I mean, they'll all seem to work though. They all do work to a degree, but there's an element of randomizing messages that are stored in some of them that confuse me with some of them in the past where I don't know if the message is being communicated or if it's a random one. So that's why I use the Transcend Theory now or the Necrometer speech mode. Those are the two that I trust to use.
And those aren't online, right? They're not picking up activity off online, are they?
No, they're they don't have like they don't have access to like radio frequencies or radio channels, or I think they all update. I think they all have the ability to update, but that's about, it's about the only they don't connect to your phone. Like they don't connect to your phone's audio microphone or anything like that.
Yeah, it seems to be a great app.
Yeah, it's been good so far.
Yeah.
It's just the evidence over time when you get messages coming through that just validate how something, spirit is communicating. So many examples. One of my favorite is the one that, remember, we went to Cuyahoga when we visited the night of the portal. Remember Ramona's vision about us going there.
Right.
And then we get there and I got a message through the Necrometer that said Ramona's a friend.
Yeah, I remember
those kind of messages, when you hear things like that and you know that there is something that's interacting and communicating using it beyond, your understanding, but it's real.
Right. Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yep. Sure is.
I went and did the claim yesterday. I'll have that dropped tomorrow. They keep going out on the horses and getting harassed to a point.
Which claim is that?
This is the horse claim with the women on horseback.
Oh, okay.
That called in. They called.
Wow.
And yeah, I did talk to them during the day before I went out. So I went out. I took some tree cams with me, put them out. Was getting strange things happening. I found some prints, and I know they were fresh prints because, prior to that, all that rain that we got. So I was going to go back today and pick up the tree cams and see what we got. I'm going to start posting those pictures from the tree cams onto the group page, onto the Facebook group page, so y'all can see. No matter if they're just animals, usually I'll just take them. If they're just animals, I'll ditch them, delete them. But if they're animals on there, I'll post them. But that one's gonna be exciting because there's some things going on in that video. I have not a clue. So that one will drop tomorrow. Robin asks.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay, hold on.
Can you
Hey, Mike, always make sure you and the crew are safe. I will always continue. Thank you. Ramona.
Appreciate it.
Always do my best, Ramona.
Yeah.
What you taught me.
Robin Smith says, can you describe what the it is and what type of sound does a dog man make? That would be a good question for Medicine Bear Claw for you, to ask her what the it is. I'm still researching about the it. Like I posted from West Virginia, they get this white thing, looks like a dog, kind of cat mix, I would say. Got a long tail. It's white, and they frequently pick it up, but it's called it in another name, like it killer dog, it, something else.
It seemed to me what she was describing when was some sort of demon almost. When what I heard her describing it as.
Yeah, I hear the it referred to as what they call a skinwalker.
Yeah,
that's what I always hear the it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I know they said they don't like to say the name of it.
Right.
Well, I mean, everybody has their own feelings about that.
Right. So again,
we got someone else coming on.
It's up in the air. Depends on where you're from, I would guess, because like I said, they in West Virginia, they call it killer dog, it killer cat, it, so they called it, but then they have another name for it.
Mm-hmm.
For a dog man, I am not sure. I'm not sure what we caught out there is what a dog man sounds like time to time. Can't tell you.
I don't make a habit of saying that word loosely, but I'm not afraid to say it. I know it's taboo for some people, like gypsy. Some people feel that it invites it, but for me personally, I don't feel like I'm not afraid to say it if I want to describe it for purposes of just saying what it is. I don't talk about it much, but I'm not really personally. I'm not afraid to just say that if I'm trying to get what it is I'm talking about when I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not out there doing investigations, running around saying, "Oh, well, it could be that." Say what it is and say that. So I don't. I usually don't mention even what I think some of the things could be.
Yeah. ORD, how you doing, buddy?
Tired, man. Just woke up from a nap. I have my son all week as usual. So
yeah. Awesome. Porky asks, what happened after you guys went into the tents? Any activity? Just cracks,
there may have been
bang.
some snoring on my side.
Yeah, just heard some tree snaps. Wood breaks, rock, knocks, cracks.
Yeah, I heard some things before I fell asleep, and I probably woke you up when I called you because it was in the later hours.
Yeah.
But then when I fell asleep, it was just dreamland. I didn't wake up once.
Yeah.
Till the morning.
I can't do that. I literally would not be able to sleep.
Yeah, I was pretty exhausted myself. Like I said, I think I hit a deep sleep for like 15 minutes. But as soon as that sun, that skies turned, I was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why I can't have my virtual background.
Virtual background?
I wonder if I drop off and come back in. Is that what we'll do?
Yeah. Okay, Gypsy. I understand. Yeah, I know. I've heard that a lot from a lot of people, and I respect that. And like I said, I don't make a habit of even saying that word because I don't usually talk about it that much. But if I'm trying to just describe it, what I'm saying it is, then I usually just say it.
Hope your back feels better, Heather. Send a prayer up for you. Got a lot of prayers that need to go out. Susie.
Mike coming back?
Yep, he's here. A lot of prayers. Sally and her family have COVID. Heather's back.
I'm going to be here. I'm just going to stop my cam for a couple minutes.
Oh, you're fine.
Well, I know what they say about when they're saying about that not calling that, whatever, not calling it out or whatever. And that's where I got a different belief on that too, but I don't even know. I'm not even sure exactly what we're talking about. So, and I'm wondering more of like the white thing that you've seen. I'm wondering more what that was.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I seen it during the day and caught it on thermal, and it was supposed to be all black on the thermal.
Yeah,
and the hair was all white and had a tail.
So it was cold?
Yeah, that would have made it cold.
Yeah.
Or did you have it flipped with the white heat?
No, it was cold.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's right. The tree was black, so it would have been black heat.
Yeah. Yeah. The first one I ran with the heat. The second one I ran with the cold. Part of the cold.
Well, we had that in Ashtabula. We were catching some kind of cold thing. We had a cold signature. Your thermal and my thermal will both pick up some sort of cold signature up on top of the ridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they say with a lot of, like, if you watch any paranormal investigators that use thermals and things, that spirit energy is usually cold. And it seemed like some of the outlines that are colder could be like a spirit manifesting.
Yeah. Could be. I mean, that's a lot of good evidence, a lot of strange evidence.
Yeah, it's just a big forest full of energized trees and everything. You get all kinds of interaction.
Yeah, I got an email from a professor that told me that he deals with a lot of tones and frequencies and vibrations. That was his background for a good while. He was going into detail. One part I'll just touch on. I don't want to talk a lot about it yet. But if you get sick, your level, your energy level is the same to, say, a pine tree. So he was telling me that actually you can go up and hug that tree or sit down and lean your back against it for around 20 minutes, and that tree will begin to heal you.
Yes.
Wow.
It's called healing. It's healing, grounding through the trees. So
Yeah.
Who told you this?
It was a professor. There was a lot more. I mean,
Professor, I'd like to talk to this professor because it's something that I know and other people know has done it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we went into, we're talking about almost 5 hours of conversation. And the things that he was telling me was just mind blowing. I'm trying to get him up on a show, but
yeah, let's talk to this professor.
yeah.
What school? What university?
He went to Kent.
Okay.
Kent State.
Do you still teach, or is he?
No, nope.
I imagine. I'm going to say they probably take away his tenure for saying that.
Yeah, really good, man. I mean, I learned a lot within that time talking to him, and some of that coincided with the research that we did with the trees, and that's pretty amazing.
Hey, TKB, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean. Yeah, that SLS app I use can be used all the time. It's a little bit limited. If you buy one of the real expensive SLS cameras, you can like pick up multiple figures at once. That's one of the limitations to the app I use. It kind of will seems to usually just pick up one figure at a time when it first triggers. So if somebody's standing there, you usually can't see what's going on around them.
Yeah. Gypsy says white is usually positive. Maybe a dog spirit. No, this thing was big. When I was thinking about it and measured it, I was thinking how it was leaning. It was around 5 foot tall, probably about 4 feet wide. Yeah, I mean, it's on the video. You can pause it right there and take a look at it.
Like black
Put a
bear
picture
size.
up. But yeah, being a spirit or whatever it was, I believe that we were around spirits because that was a heavily Indian populated area. So, I mean, most of the land in Ohio was because of all the fresh water. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, Corky. We could set the thermal to be, it could be white, could be hot, or black could be hot. So I was bouncing in between both of them just to see, trying to get readings so we could refer back to them if something happened, which did happen out there.
Yeah, I've tried different thermal views from my camera as well, because sometimes certain conditions, like some of the different filters for the thermal, they seem to be able to highlight, like one of them I could use that can highlight cold at the same time as the hot and in between, and sometimes that's more useful in certain situations. But the regular black heat, black and white, is probably the go-to that I like to use the most.
Yeah. Corky says, I caught a cold thermal image at Gretchen's Lock at Beaver Creek. Love that place.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna go back there.
Yep.
I got my car back up again, so hopefully I'll be ready to roll.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing time. I think that we got good, solid evidence for the camping. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that whatever was making those loud bangs, man, those are some of the loudest, closest ones I think I've heard before. That was pretty intense. Yeah, I can't wait for mine to come out so you can hear that from my point of view, because that was a unique occasion for some of the things I've captured before.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy was amazing, man. He told me a lot. Which I'll speak of some after we're done here. Because I would really love to get your opinion on it. Is this your picture, Mike?
It's not my picture, somebody else's picture, but you guys are talking about white colored spirits. This is one in a cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was white like that.
Good.
Yeah, it was white like that, but like I said, it had a tail. It was weird.
Now, was that who sent that to you? Do you know who it was? Are they here?
I did not. No one sent this. No one sent that to me. This is something I found online. So
okay, I wondered if that.
I never could find out who did it. So
I wonder if that's an IR camera, or if that's a thermal. It kind of looks like an IR camera, but it might be a thermal because it does kind of look like it's black and white heat.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Capture something like that.
Very humanoid.
Oh, absolutely.
It? Yep.
And then I would argue that it almost got the hooded shape too, but you guys are not looking at it now. So, yeah.
Like the full spectrum photo I got at Standing Rock Cemetery. There's a hooded figure standing by a headstone. That might be the most incredible like piece of video or photo evidence I've captured of something that manifested there. It was cloaked, big, and you could even see like what looked like bone hands. It was pretty crazy to see.
Yeah.
Well, somebody else, which once again I don't know. I would say 90% of these people I don't know who these pictures are, but you guys have been talking about these rods that you've been seeing. Does the thing look kind of like this?
No, I've never seen that
Interesting.
before.
Well,
Thankfully, I
mean,
haven't seen
Looks
that
like
either.
the rod shape, maybe, but that one has a lot of weird, distinct features to it.
it looks like a popsicle stick with cotton on it.
Like a corkscrew.
Well, you know, that's the one thing I call them Q-tip spears, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know, I showed you the one with the face on it, and I film them. I call them Q-tip spears because that's what they look like. And that's how they behave.
yeah. Now I don't know much about dogmen.
Mhm.
I believe that we encountered some out there. Have I seen one? No. Are they distinctly different from a GrassMan, Sasquatch, Yeti, Scream? I don't know. Now, do they have the same ability that, can hop dimensions? Use a tree? Was that a dog man using a tree?
It always seems like there's something to the trees, right? With a lot of the encounters we have, seems like footprints lead the trees. There's strange things captured with thermals and things on the trees that resemble some kind of parts of a figure face or something.
Yeah.
And so I think from the beginning we both had that instinct about something about being out in nature. The trees have some kind of an effect, most likely energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got to get some more readings before summer ends, because we did get some summer readings. We did get some spring readings. Like to get fall and winter to see what kind of energy the trees put off. Because if the trees, well, they only lose their leaves to conserve water, but if they go dormant, does that mean a cryptid would be stuck here if they don't have enough energy, or does something need very little energy? Question for y'all.
Sounds pretty good question to think about.
Well, I'm just trying to think of the energy it would take for the thing that you and MT seen that maxed out your thermal. I don't want to say the word on here, but what you guys had happen there that was above you guys. That one, the amount of energy that looks like that would take to be up in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those are called X marks. I learned that. There's a that professor helped me out. The sun and the moon line up, and it takes these lines to create these X marks. And what happens? They're portals. They happen all over the world every 8 minutes. They happen everywhere. I think that we caught one of them.
Creepiest thing is you can see stuff coming out of it.
Yeah, you can call it an X mark, portal, but the government don't call them portals. They call them X marks.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of them before, and I've heard of them like around space. I've heard of them when it comes to.
You see, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I think that's the first time I've heard of it.
Noise going.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've heard of them, and I think when I was looking at it, they were talking about how it's a phenomenon that's always been occurring, and they finally kind of realized that they happen, and they're always happening.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I mean, if that's what it was, by far, it's just one of the strangest things that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got any plans this weekend? Do you all want to head out to another location? Do you want to hit a crane?
Yeah.
I'm game. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Just need to
You
know
gotta
where and
get your
when.
ORD out with us. We're just gonna have to pick him up and drag him out of his house.
No kidding.
Yep. We know you're in a wheelchair, but that's okay. We will get you around. At least put you at home base.
Got to get your wheelchair. We got to get it 4-wheel drive and
That's what I'm saying.
come with us. Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
A golf cart, Carter,
Cart. Yeah.
with big knobby tires, so we can all get around.
With a sport bike engine upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Kawasaki Ninja engine in it.
Billy Carlson. Did you guys talk about that tonight?
What's that?
Are you talking about what Billy Carlson had to say tonight?
Nope.
I don't know who that is.
Not tonight.
He's always on talking about things.
Yeah.
I don't even know who he is. I'm
Billy
sorry.
Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah, check him out. Just go like Forbidden Knowledge is his one of his main trademarks you could find. I think if you go on YouTube, you can just look up Billy Carlson.
Real quick.
Look up Billy
Somebody
Carlson.
just sent me the picture.
Okay.
You'll find him.
I got him right there on share screen. So
Picture of that thing that from the thermal that I caught.
no, Billy Carlson.
Oh no, I can't play his videos on this channel.
Yeah. Well, you can,
I can.
but you have to do what I do.
Yeah,
You
and I didn't.
You have to record. You have to record it first, and then play it via your software, like I have Filmora. So
Yeah.
I've played some of his stuff before on my live streams from YouTube, so I don't know.
Sally, can you send that to Messenger?
Not sure what happened. It could be the stuff could have been limited, or they may have done something with it. But I just played some short clips. I did a live stream once where I talked about consciousness and higher dimensions, and I showed a lot of clips from things he talked about from his YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very smart individual.
Yep. I think a lot of what he talks about is pretty reliable and scientifically based.
Yeah.
So what happened this week, gentlemen? What was the big discovery?
Camp out?
The camp out.
Well, there was the camp out that was a couple weeks ago, right? That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I thought you guys were going to do the high wire thing, the power line thing. Did you do that yet?
Yeah, I did that. I went and did that.
Any results?
Hold on 1 second. I'm actually doing something. It's hard for me to do two things at once.
Well, we all, the three of us, were together to do a video.
Yeah, it was
Claim 2.
strange.
And Claim 2, we did one, and we had a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, there was some pretty interesting things.
Multiple
trees that seemed like they just got pushed over.
Yeah, and it was
Or
no
fell
wind
over
at all
on
that
the-
night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
rock
was
throws
strange.
too.
Mhm.
Oh, and you
rock
caught the
throws.
it's MT. You caught the eye shine of something, and I caught it on the thermal up on the ridge. We're looking at, and it was something pretty large. I compared it to when Jack got further up ahead. I compared it to his thermal signature, and it was something that was larger than him.
Yep.
Now, did you see it as well, or did you see it on thermal?
I seen it on thermal, and MT seen the eye shine.
Did
And
you?
then I think we ran into it later, and Jack went chasing after it, and I think I got in its way, and it crashed a tree down, like really loud. So,
and stones were thrown again, huh?
yeah, and then I was trying to head back over towards them. It whipped a rock at me, and then
At
when
you,
they got
huh?
close to me, yeah, and when they got close, it whipped a rock at them.
How many times have you been at the site with them? Site 2.
That was my second time there, and
So
I had.
So you're relatively new to that site. I wonder if they were initiating you. Were they?
I guess, because that was something.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to figure out the formula to an actual rock magnet, I think you can analyze TMAC and you can figure out what a rock magnet really is made out of.
Here's this picture. Can you all see it?
So this is what you filmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also seen this thing during the day.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
the
when we
weird
saw it during the day.
Mm-hmm.
We were
So
talking
there's
about
no change in ambient temperature. So that's interesting.
No,
and I didn't know that I caught it. You could see where I was swinging the thermal over. I didn't know that it was there at all.
Can you magnify it for us?
Mostly.
Thank you.
Gosh, when I'm looking at my thermal, I'm looking for heat signatures more than I am the cold signatures. Yeah. And that's a cold signature.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing. It's just steady.
When you see that, you'll know if you capture something in the cold. If something shows up on like a weird, strange shape anomaly like that, you'll be able to tell if it's a cold signature of something strange.
Slightly black above it.
Yep. And you can see the bottom of the tree here. So this thing was arched up on the tree. And that had to be pretty big for the distance. I mean, look at that. There's the trail right there. So that thing was pretty big.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. You go searching for it on the internet, and like I said, you come up with what I posted in a group chat.
Madison. So it looks like two marshmallows stacked on top of each other with the tail.
Right. It's very observant. So you may have run into the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
And he was really cold.
Yeah. Really, really cold.
Ghostbusters stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it's crouched down, PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a spirit riding the beam. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it out there, or I didn't even know that I caught it. That was a strange thing. But I did see something like that earlier in the day, Ramona. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I'm ready for the weekend.
Yeah, same.
Ready to get out there.
Got everything charged up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm looking at another image of somebody's, not mine, and it's not somebody's. The one I shared with you guys, nobody sent that to me. That's online already, so it's not like violation of anybody's trust, right? And the one I'm showing here too is another one that was online, and it's very similar to, you talk about being crouched, and this is one that's standing up. Once again, the white, and then there's the dark areas on the top. Something to think about. Why that is, I don't know. It seems a lot of times that's where the head area is. Seems to be very jet black. So then again, a lot of times these what we perceive to be Sasquatch or Bigfoot, they have, like I told you about my experience the first time encounter with the Crow Indian, and it shimmered like it had energy running through it. And this one's a good example of what that could be too, you know, that I'm looking at. But if you want to look at it or not, there's no copyright claim right on this one. So this has been out in the internet for a while. So I found this on somebody else's Twitter page.
Well,
Would you like to look at it?
I do think.
Throw it up there. I can't see it.
Something that I do think of, you know, I mean, you know, the movie Predator, how he has his camouflage. You know, I know they can't, you know, it's like that's a movie. However, they get from a lot of the research and development from the military, because they have been trying to get that type of camouflage for a while, and I mean, they may have got it. They're not going to tell us if they have it, because that's the ultimate advantage. And the minute they tell it's released that we have it, every other nation's going to try to steal it from us. So,
right.
And I wonder, I know what we've done with aircraft, with stealth aircraft. They'll run them over the U.S. and wait for the reports to come in to see what people seen with UFOs, all that. That's literally that's how they test that stuff. And then people go nuts thinking they seen an alien, and they seen one of our test stealth craft. So it's just how it's done. And I think that the ground camo is probably done the same way. I'm not saying that what we're running across is something different, you know, but I'm saying I just honestly think some of that does happen.
I think if you want to see evidence of something that seemed to have some kind of transparency like that, is Jellyman.
Yeah.
That
was crazy.
You can see the outline of it, and you can see some of it a little bit clearer than the rest, but you could tell it's there, but it looks mostly all transparent.
Oh yeah. That
sound like a name of a song or a band.
Yeah.
Jellyman.
Eat your jelly man today.
That looks very kind of similar to the one, unless that might be from the same area and just more than one photo of it from that first one. But it looks similar.
Yeah.
Looks like a guy on stilts.
I thought it looked like he was
looks like he's bent at his knees.
Looks like he's taking a pee.
Yeah, he's walking.
You talking about the one I'm sharing with you right now?
Yeah.
It looks like he's taking a pee. I never in a million years would imagine that, but
looks like that one leg is
why not?
Like he's taking a step. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, okay. It is. Or floating above the grass itself.
Yeah. I can almost you can almost see an outline of like where his knees, if that's like some kind of a cloak, it almost looks like a knee in front of him that's lower, where his leg is, you know, where he's walking, where he's stepping forward there.
Yeah, there's the knee.
Yeah.
There's the you see the hand on the knee.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got my screen locked up, so I can't magnify it. Of course not. So anyways, this would be the head would be. This is once again the hooded. Like I said, there's a lot of hooded beings in the forest, and then there really is no contact to the ground. It just seems to be manifesting and so it appears to be just manifesting or floating. So just coming out of the ground, or but what I find it interesting, although if I had some way to magnify it, so I got locked up. I wish I knew how not to unlock.
Right click on your screen. There you go. Now zoom. You should see a zoom there. I can't see your screen, so the options. I can't see the options. It's so little.
Yeah, I don't see a zoom. I don't know. Maybe you have to save it and reopen it to actually zoom it.
Yeah, what I'll need to do is, anyways.
I gotta say, if I seen that in person, that would not be that would not be fun to see in person.
Hello, Heidi. All right, though, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Grab something to eat. get ready for tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Gonna be a video drop tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I apologize for joining you late. I didn't get the request until late anyway, so I didn't really.
That's all right, brother.
Got it like an hour and a half ago. So
Yeah.
so enjoy the weekend. So you guys, big adventures, huh? Sounds like
Yeah. Should be a good weekend for getting out filming.
yesterday would have been a good day to go out. I don't know if Northwest Ohio was 75 degrees. What was it like where you guys were at?
Oh, it was nice and cool. I went out yesterday.
Nice, cool. Yeah.
That would have been the ideal day to go out.
Yeah, it was nice and cool. The bugs weren't all crazy. I hate it because the bees are back. The bad bees.
Yeah, we're already ready for the cool weather again.
Yep, ready for the snow to start flying. Just give it to me.
All right, amen. Me too.
We can just skip over fall, go right into winter. It's okay. It's okay.
It probably will.
Probably will. Northeast Ohio, just wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll post if we can go live. We'll do that. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for taking the time to be here tonight.
Take care, everybody.
Welcome.
It's a blessing to have y'all, and thank you. And if you haven't yet, go check out that camping video, man. And the guys will be releasing theirs.
Yep. Mine will be out tomorrow, and it will feature cameraman and MT. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
And for everybody,
mine early.
so y'all know, I put this out there. People been asking when I said make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channels is free. When you want to join, that's just, there's a join subscribe button and there's a join button. Subscribing's free.
Yes.
The join button, you can pay, it's like 99 cents a month to get some extra stickers, Bigfoot stickers and stuff like that. But the subscribe button is always free.
Yep.
Just so you all know, I had some questions on that yesterday that people thought subscribing to the channel, you had to pay for it.
Right.
So, Nope, it's free.
It's free.
Free to do. So, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Again, we do this all year round. Trapper will be back soon. Heather, I hope your back feels better. Send some prayers up.
Yeah.
Sally Joe family, definitely send some prayers for you all.
Mm.
And with that said, I'm Jack the cameraman.
Mike, MT Paranormal Life.
T-Mac's American Experience.
All right. Y'all have a blessed night.
Good night.